So I want to say a big thanks to one of my subscribers, Ybax, for this video idea. Like I've said before, this channel is called Every Quid for a reason. It's for everyone. If there's anything that you'd like to see me cover that I haven't yet, let me know and chances are that I will. So with that being said, here are the 3 best banks in the UK for the remainder of 2022. Let's go! Hey everyone, it's Lewis back again with another video, and today we've got our first ever subscriber requested video, the 3 best banks in the UK. But before we kick this video off, I'd love it if you could bank on that like button in order to get this video out to as many people as possible and keep the channel visible. And if you haven't yet subscribed, then please consider doing so, as there are so many of you out there that do watch my videos but aren't yet subscribed. I really appreciate you watching. Thank you very, very much. And hopefully I can convince you to stick around a bit more with videos like this. So the factors that I took in order for a bank to be considered one of the 3 best in the country were the following. So number 1 is customer service. I checked the Trustpilot rankings for banks and only considered the top major banks that offer all banking services that people expect, not just savings, not just current accounts, etc, etc. And that leads me on to number 2, which is benefits and services. So with a bank account, you need access to a debit card. It also helps to have access to a companion savings account, and maybe even a few more benefits on top of that, such as digitization, like an app so that you can check everything on the go, and things like cashback or whatever else. Any little bonuses definitely help. Number 3 was spending controls. It's really, really important to keep a hold of your spending these days, so having certain controls in place is a major bonus with your bank, and this was considered. And then there's security. It's a given to be regulated by the FCA and have savings up to 85k protected by the FSCS. But what about other features, such as the ability to freeze your card as soon as you lose it, or fraud protection guarantees? Of course, all of this was considered as well. So with all that being said, here are the 3 best banks in the UK, starting with number 3, which is TSB. I did want to include a somewhat traditional bank on this list, and TSB's spend and save accounts are wonderful. There's the standard spend and save, and then spend and save plus, which charges £3 a month. The standard free spend and save account provides £5 cashback for the first 6 months when you make 30 debit card payments each calendar month. So if you were to transfer the bulk of your spending here, you'll earn £30 for doing so after the first half year of having the account. You also receive up to a £2,000 overdraft. And then there are features within the app that help you save. With Plus then, you get all of that, and the first £100 on your overdraft is interest free, and there is no TSB fee on debit card transactions worldwide. Oh, and the £5 cashback is simply every month when you make 30 debit card payments each month. There's no time limit on that. However, in effect, with the £3 monthly charge, you're only getting £2 a month, but I digress. The savings tools are where this account comes into its own. There are savings pots that allow you to split savings into individual goals at any one time. You get 0.50% interest on these, which does include a 0.40% introductory interest for the first year. So it's not great, but it is good for youngsters or beginners who need some teaching about how to save money. Then there's the Save the Pennies feature, which is essentially their version of roundups. There's no interest earned on these roundups, but you won't even realize that you're doing it, and before you know it, you'll have a little bit of money saved that you didn't have previously. What I always find doing is good on these sort of things is to activate roundups, spend as I go, and then literally after a year just check what I've got on my roundups. You might well be surprised. And then finally, there's the auto balancer. Now this one is really good and really, really key. So once this is activated, you can choose a minimum balance limit on your account, and TSB will ensure that you don't go under this limit. Basically, it's a great way of not going broke and staying away from dipping into an overdraft as much as possible. And I've not ever heard of another bank doing this before, so this is quite good and very customer first, especially when you consider how lucrative overdrafts are for banks. And if your balance does fall below your limit for any reason, TSB will automatically move any money from your chosen savings pot to top up your main account, which is another feature of how to stay away from that dreaded overdraft. That is as long as there's enough money saved in your savings pot of choice. You also have the option of a companion monthly saver account, which provides a fixed rate of 2% interest on balances up to £1,500. And you can save this via a standing order by setting amounts between £25 and £125 a month. TSB even offer other accounts for students, graduates and under 19s, so there really is something for everyone here. The under 19s account is actually quite revolutionary, as it offers discounts on driving lessons with the AA when you're 17 years old. I've not seen that anywhere before. Plus, you get 2.5% interest on balances up to £2,500, so that is a great starting point for a youngster. The student account offers a very generous 5% interest on balances up to £500. So there's plenty of more beer money there. And the graduate account offers, well, it's not a lot really. It just kind of entices you to go into more debt with providing loan and overdraft offers, which I won't go into, as I don't believe that this helps graduates find their feet, according to their website, in any way whatsoever. So let's move on. In terms of customer service for traditional banks, TSB isn't bad at all. Their Trustpilot score comes in at 3.6 stars out of 5, with 47% of people saying they're excellent and 36% of those saying that they're bad. So it really does seem like there's quite the sparse levels of experience that you can have with them, so take that into consideration. Security and protection is also at the forefront with TSB, and this is where they can really come into their own. As per their website, they claim to be the only bank in Britain that offers a fraud refund guarantee, which was launched in April 2019. Simply put, if you're a victim of fraud, TSB will refund you the money lost, no questions asked. T&Cs apply apparently. So much of no questions asked, oh well. You even get covered against honest mistakes, such as, according to their website, if you accidentally click on something that you shouldn't have, or if you share sensitive information without thinking. TSB also claimed that they help the police pursue criminals, providing them with the information they need to track and arrest people that took your money. So that is pretty impressive. Okay, so coming in at number 2 on the best banks in the UK list is Monzo. Now, I just want to say that whilst I use Monzo personally myself, there is no user bias here at all. Monzo is a brilliant digital-only bank that truly gets it right with the majority of what they offer. They're not perfect, but they're pretty damn close to it. Their customer service rating with Trustpilot is one of the best of the major mainstream banks within the country, coming in at a very impressive 4.4 stars out of 5. And even more impressive is that that is out of 22,037 reviews. Out of these 22,000 people, 80% of them say that Monzo are excellent and only 11% say that they're bad. Really, really good stuff. In terms of what their current account offers, you get features such as instant spending notifications, and trust me, they really are instant. And there are also pots for separating money into certain things that you want to save for as well, and you receive very smart and detailed monthly spending summaries. Not only that, but their customer service really is good as people say they are. I recently had an issue with a transaction that I didn't recognize as mine at all, so I contacted Monzo directly via the app and they responded to me within seconds. So this is a major tick when it comes to fraud protection and security. Not only that, but they also got a replacement card out to me within 1 day, even though they said it would take about 3 to 5 days. Talk about under-promising and over-delivering. I was really impressed with this, so much so that I felt compelled to go back to the chat function just to say thanks to them. And yes, you can freeze your card instantly as well, just in case you need to. I did this and that ensured that no further unrecognised spending could happen at the time. They do also offer loans and overdrafts if needed. Loans are up to £15,000 and overdrafts up to £1,000. You can check eligibility on these before applying as well, so that you don't have to affect your credit score with applying. And then with savings, you get interest into either an easy access or a fixed term pot. It's not an incredible rate of saving, with the easy access pot coming in at only 1.02%, but it is a good start for savers and better than TSB. Their fixed term savers range from 0.25% to 2.30%, and they also offer a flexible ISA which offers 0.74% interest, and as it's an ISA, the gains are tax free. But my favourite feature with Monzo by far is their early payday feature. This allows me to be paid a day early from my employer, so I can really stay on top of my money much better each month. For me, it's a great help to have this, as I can simply transfer all of the money that I need into my bills account without having to stress about it and run around like a headless chicken, thinking that something is going to try to come out of my account before I even have the money in there. This is a great way to stay in control and allows me to pay myself first, as I've been able to save and invest much more than I would have done without having this feature. It sounds really simple on the surface, but it truly has been a game changer. Also, they make paying other people who don't even have Monzo accounts really, really easy. And lastly, they offer Monzo Plus and Premium, which gives a whole range of benefits and features that are further from the standard account. You do have to pay for these, do bear that in mind. Plus comes in at £5 a month and Premium at £15 a month, with Plus being the better value of the two, I would say. There is a 3-month minimum term for Plus and a 6-month minimum term for Premium, so do make sure that it is worth your while, as they do get you locked in. So yeah, don't commit to it until you know that it's worth your while. If you want a full review of Monzo from me, by the way, do let me know in the comments and I will do this for you. And if any of this sounds great to you with Monzo, I actually have a referral link currently for Monzo that gets you £5 when signing up, and that'll be down below in the description if you want to use it. And so here we are, number 1, the best bank in the UK as per Every Quid for 2022 right now is, drum roll please, it's Chase. I know what you're going to say, come on Lewis, really? Is it possible that there's surely some user bias here? Well, no, there really isn't. Honestly, I challenge anyone out there to find a better bank account right now that provides half as much as Chase does. Now, the naysayers out there will say something about the fact that JP Morgan Chase are the biggest bank in the world and they're one of the biggest investors in fossil fuels in the world. So yes, the sustainability is off and your ethics might be called into question because of this. However, I am simply going off of what banks offer their customers. And Chase offer the most out there to the everyday person who wants to get a little back from this take world that we currently live in. The cost of living crisis is out of control. Banks are severely pulling back on their features and benefits because of this, or charging a monthly fee for it. Meanwhile, Chase are doubling down and not charging any fees for it at all. For those who haven't seen any of my previous videos on the Chase bank account yet, here's what you get in terms of the benefits. Currently, there is 1% cashback on all everyday spending for the first year that you have your account. Your coffee in the morning, your meals out with friends and family, holiday bookings, buying presents, days out, you get something back from all of that. 1% of it. Not only that, but Chase offer one of the highest interest rates on companion savings accounts right now. It's 1.5% interest. And you can open up as many savings accounts as you like, so that you can split your savings into individual categories. Here's an example of mine. You can even hide some of these accounts from sight, like I've done with my emergency fund, so I won't be tempted to take money out of there and spend it on something that most definitely isn't an emergency. And the rewards don't stop there. There's also an additional savings account for roundups. With this one, you get 5% interest on this type of saving. Here's an example actually of how much money that you can make back from one transaction with all of these benefits. So let's say that you spend £25.50 on a gift for a family member, upcoming birthday, Christmas, whatever. You'll receive 25p in cash back on that purchase for the 1%, but not only that, Chase will round up the extra 50p to the nearest £1 and put that extra money into your roundup savings account, and that money will earn you 5% interest. If left alone for a year, that 50p will turn into 53p. I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but when using your card for everyday expenditure in this way, it can add up quite easily, and if you keep on leaving it alone, compound interest will do its thing. In fact, there's an entire rewards section on the app, and Chase make it clear that more is on the way, as they allude to under their latest offers tab. Just like Monzo, you also get detailed spending analytics, which is broken down into both categories and merchants, so you can control your spending a little better, as you'll know exactly where you're going wrong and even sometimes right. Chase further their spending controls with giving you the option to have more than one current account open at any one time, all from the same place. This means that you can spend from either your main spending account or another one of your other spending accounts that you might set up. Let's say that you want to differ your personal spend from your business spend. You can do that here at no extra cost. The app and the card are entirely digital, which makes the card even more secure than if using it physically. But even the physical card itself is one of the most secure out there, as it doesn't have any of the card information displayed on it at all. It's all stored in the app, so if anyone steals the card physically, they won't have your information. And you can easily tap to freeze the card in the app straight away to stop that person from tapping it around everywhere. You can even control how the card is used. For instance, if you don't want to use it for cash withdrawals, you can just turn it off, like I have. The same can be said for payments outside of the UK, although Chase charge nothing extra for foreign spending. You can even turn off contactless or chip and pin options entirely on the card and block gambling transactions. There's even a currency converter in the app, so again, when you're abroad, you can see exactly how much that you'll get with your spending at any given time. And of course, with it being on the MasterCard network, it's accepted pretty much everywhere in the entire world, and that means that pretty much accepted in any currency as well, all over the world. There's customer support right in the app from people based in the UK. You can either message or call them at any time. But to be honest with you, there's a bunch of FAQs that you can review as well. So you may not even have to contact the team directly in order to have your question answered. With Chase being such a new bank in the UK, their Trustpilot review is only from 1,965 customers currently, but still comes in at a strong 4.1 out of 5 stars, with 68% of those saying that they're excellent and 17% saying that they're bad. So yeah, there just isn't a better bank account out there than Chase right now. There just isn't. Number one, and I'd love to see the challenges. Monzo, TSB, where are you at? Barclays, Starling, where are you guys at? Come on, step up your game. As always, I really hope that you found this video helpful, and if you did, let me know in the comments down below. And if you think that there is any other bank out there that you feel warrants consideration for being one of the best out there, let the people know down below in the comments. If you haven't already, consider subscribing for more money related content. I post videos every Monday and Friday at 6:30 PM UK time, so stick around for all of that. Also, make sure to follow me on all of my socials down below for even more. Grab some free money and stocks using some of the links down below in the description. And remember, until next time, every quid counts. See you soon.